Mhm. And we are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I am Dash Attack, and with me tonight is Mr. Ambunas. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing good. It's been a long, hectic week at work, but at the very least, I am actually feeling good. A little melancholy right now because I'm basically retiring in about another 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I,
So
I got
this is
I
gonna
invited you at just the right time then.
yeah, this is gonna be one of my very last live streams ever.
Really?
So and it kind of is poetic because we're gonna be talking about stuff that I actually love and not have to deal with the hate and all types of nonsense that's going on behind the scenes and on the scenes.
Yeah,
So
I know
it's gonna be
there's a lot
great.
of creator drama like tonight. I get that. Like not everyone like gets along. Like I used to I actually, I remember I used to see you back when I used to watch World Class Bullshitters. I used to watch the Dark Council sometimes a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, so like that's how I know you. And like when I saw like, you were like tweeting about like Moon, I'm like, "Oh, wait, someone else who's excited about the movie." Like,
Yes.
yeah, so that's why I wanted to have you on. And I'm so glad you could make it. Yeah.
Like I said, I knew you was up and coming, and just the fact that Rebel Moon is pretty much 2.5 weeks away, more or
Yeah,
less.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to
two and a half
I'm
weeks
going to go
away.
see it in New York.
Hmm yes, yes, yes. So with me being, at the time where I talked about it, when the first trailer came out, but now all the other stuff is coming through the pipeline, and I'm like, wow, I cannot wait for this thing to just come through here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I really hope I really hope it's as big as Netflix and Zack want it to be. I hope it takes off. I hope it kicks Star Wars' ass,
oh
especially
my
when
goodness.
Disney is like so low right now. Like
Hmm
I just think like, we have like a potential for like something new to get excited about.
Right. And listen, Disney has basically dropped the ball, literally. And
Yeah.
now that Bob Iger is now starting to change his tune about the message, quote unquote, and now he wants to talk about. Yeah, I think we need to. Hey, the message is good, but we need to concentrate more on
Oh,
entertaining the folks.
oh, he speaks out of his ass so fucking
Out of
much.
his ass. It's too late, Bob.
Oh man, the guy is such a
The gig
freaking
is up.
liar. It's I don't believe a single word. But the thing is, that's the thing. That's what happens when you lose trust. And like, he thought he could like, oh hello, Chin Ong how are you doing?
Hello there.
Yeah, so like he thought like, he could just ride like all the goodwill Disney bought up over the century to just
Mhm.
like do whatever he wanted with the company. And turns out he can't. And he's learning that the hard way.
Yeah. And you know what? You just love to see it.
Yeah.
You're a multi-billionaire. You got money out the ass. You ain't starving.
Yeah.
We starving out here in these streets. So we could only get what we could get. So
Yeah,
to have Bob Iger just, bend the knee now, finally. But it's
like
too little too
with how
late.
expensive movie tickets are like these days, like people have to like be select what movies they want to see, and people do want to go out to the theater. People
Hmm
want to go to the movies, people want to buy physical media. It's just that people are selective of what they buy. You can't just
Yeah.
release any crap. It has to actually be good. You have to actually try.
hmm And
and
I
and
love
and Disney hasn't tried in a long while. I think like the last like really amazing Disney movie I really saw was Infinity War.
that's where they should have ended everything on Endgame. I've
Yeah,
said this before and I'll say it again. Everything was good with Marvel Phase One. It came through. It like I said, Endgame was so and so blah 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 because Brie Larson with Captain Marvel. was already, just a pain in the ass. So she was shoehorned in Endgame, and I said, you know what, it's whatever. Let them just do what they got to do, as long as the ending came to the conclusion that it did. And I love the ending completely because I wanted Stevie Rogers to get the girl he always wanted.
Yeah, that was a good ending. That was a good ending. Cap got a happy ending.
Yeah, Chen Wan, you're absolutely right. Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, what
You
a
know what?
joke of
We
a
had
sight.
a clue that why is Rotten Tomatoes so biased about the things that we like, that they just basically gives the thumbs down, and everybody doing all those reviews. Who'd have thought that they was just basically a bot?
Yeah,
Basically a bot.
it's
Mhm.
all paid. Yeah, you could just buy yourself like good Rotten Tomatoes scores.
Yeah, because they can't be trusted no more. The jig is
Yeah,
up.
they let
So when you see a
anyone.
Rotten Tomato score like, oh well, Rebel Moon is only has a 40%, thumbs down. Nobody's not listening to
Oh yeah, I
that.
won't believe that. I you know
Uh-oh.
yeah, no, I was just I'm not going out. I was just trying to read Jinsek's comments.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like so like even like casual people could see like the end of
Yeah.
like and me, I'm not I'm I've always been I'm more of a manga guy than a comics guy. I do know a lot of comic book people, so I know some of the lore and stuff, but I'm not like as in deep as like some of you guys have been. Like you've read it like over the years.
Oh
Like
well,
yeah,
I'm
even this whole like Nightcrawler Mystique thing. Like I knew like she was his mother. Like I didn't know like so much about the father.
hmm
Before this like that whole recent retcon.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
but
well, for me, I'm not into the manga, the Magna thing, because I know it's a series of books, right?
yeah, manga it's just Japanese comics. It's
Okay,
published
Japanese
a
comics.
little.
Okay, so that I wasn't not so much as a big fan, but that was not something that was my forte. I did yeah, I did collect comic books when I was a kid, and I kept up to it. Well, up until I was maybe like 14 or 15, and then because back then it was just the rage that to buy it, but once I started, like I said, hitting puberty, and then the girls was there, and it was like,
Yeah,
there are
that was
better things to
basically
do.
me with cartoons like in high school. Like, I just switched to anime and just like left like all the cartoons
Oh,
behind.
I have a love for anime now. I mean, I can appreciate it now when I'm grown, and I can just really kick back because cartoons was always a blessing for us as kids.
Yeah. It,
And like I said, it opens our imagination. It just lets us you know just be in their world, while sometimes you just have bad days. Sometimes the rent is due, and mom it's stressing, and you don't like to see mom or your dad happy, unhappy, and this, that, whatever, but you get into your cartoons and you just boom, go right to it. So I
Evening Spartan.
all my youth, I was just so consumed with just being around the cartoons. And then when the comic books came in, it was another great escapism. And these things are precious. And
Yeah,
comics has
they
been
truly
around
are. I
since,
have
yeah,
such
comics
fond
been around
memories
since
of
the
just like, just
1930s.
great Cartoon Network shows, great like
Hmm.
Nickelodeon shows. Like we really like, like the kids don't know what they're missing. They really
No, they
don't.
don't. Yeah, they too consumed with all types of foolishness that is not going to benefit them, especially when they get into the real world.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that I can appreciate the animes now, the old school cartoons that I grew up with. And yes, even the comic book collections that I still have in my boxes and stuff. I need to go through it one of these days to just say, wow, this is old school. Oh, this is because I've been collecting these comics since 70, 78, 79.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I have I have a few like comics, but like I have like a couple of comics, like they're back at my parents' house.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun collecting for a while, but it gets a lot. Like they take up a lot of space after a while. But I try. I whenever I get a comic, I do try and like keep them as well preserved as possible.
Yeah, I know mine wasn't as preserved. I mean, like I said, it was a kid back then, but after a while, a friend of mine, taught me the skills of having the plastic with the cardboard, so
Yeah,
to keep it pristine. So I jumped on that, and I've been trying to collect as many as those as possible, so I can preserve. Because that was the whole thing. You want to preserve it. So I know I got a whole, but like I said, I got no, 2.5 boxes of comic books and other
that's
stuff.
impressive.
But at some
Nice.
point, I am going to go through it, just to how should we say, take the walk down memory lane.
Oh, hang on, just 1 second. All right. All right. Yeah. So let's get into. I'm really looking forward to Re- Rebel Moon, but
Mm.
I just anticipate that like once it comes out, it's probably going to get like people are going to anticipate that it's going to be bad just because of how polarizing Zack Snyder is as a filmmaker.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Salute to everybody in the chat so far. Glad that you just come on in, hang out with us for a little bit. But yeah, see, Zach got the axe. And that
what's the
Hollywood Reporter, oh geez, that put up a shit storm amongst the fandom.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
the whole his whole Amber Heard thing.
I'm not even concerned about the Amber Heard. I mean, everybody knows that she's trash. She caught in a lie, and like I said, it didn't. Everything backfired on her.
Oh yeah,
But
like
I think
I
Zach is just. But
Amber Heard is trash. Like if even if Zach won't say it, we all know she's
No, he
trash.
can't say that. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of gentleman that will just say, "Look, she get all the hate or whatever, but he's just trying to play the role of the angel. It's like because ain't nobody gonna really hire her no more. She like I said, she's already been exposed. But if she needs a job, Zach is like, "Look, I'll hire you, not a
I,
problem."
I mean, I mean, she is like really hot in that Mira costume. Like I saw Aquaman one.
I mean, I didn't really have a dislike of her, but once I, saw what happened with her and Johnny
Yeah,
Depp
just that.
and
Then
the
like
whole
people saw
Me
what an
Too
ugly
movement, yeah, she
person.
basically killed the whole Me Too movement. So
Yeah,
now you can't, you
essentially
can't
she
just
did.
blankly just say men are trash and yes, it's of course it's his fault. He was the one that did it, and then come to find out that she was the perpetrator. You
Yeah,
can't make this up.
she really got exposed.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, so like a lot of YouTubers really have not been like talking about Rebel Moon. Like it's been kind of like this under the radar type of thing, and yet like Netflix and Zach like clearly like have this like big like have a lot of like chips on the table for it. Like
Yep.
they're doing video games, comic books. Like there was going to be a tabletop RPG before that fell under. I do hope that those guys can get it made.
I hope so too, because that's just another medium where we could just, like I said, geek out on.
Yeah, I
And
know.
and even though a lot of YouTubers haven't really pushed it, but once I think maybe what we at? We in the first week of December, probably around the 14th or 15th, you're gonna see a hell of a lot of YouTubers jump on the bandwagon. So be grateful that you're one of the first that's really getting the jump on this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Because, the thing is, like, Star Wars used to be like my favorite like Western franchise.
Shoot, Star Wars was everybody's favorite. It was untouchable. It was impeccable.
Yeah,
And just the fact that it was here from 77 all the way up to 2012, that nobody gave a shit about politics, genders, this one, that one. It was a fantasy that transcends generations.
yeah. Then
I
KK
took
and
my eldest daughter to see the Phantom Menace. You know, that then she took her son, my grandson,
oh wow.
to watch Star Wars. And then I got, well, my second daughter, she's not into all of that and whatnot. But my youngest daughter, I sat her down and we watched Attack of the Clones, and she loved it. So, and then, like I said, so it's not just a thing for boys and this, that, whatever.
Oh
But
yeah,
the point
women liked
is,
Star Wars before Kathleen Kennedy. You didn't really have to do anything. The audience was already there.
already
She's an
there.
idiot.
You should have seen there was like a little not a documentary, like the news reporters was capturing the opening of Return of the Jedi back in 1983, you know, and everybody from every color spectrum was sharing the love of this franchise.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah,
Oh my
like
goodness, it's on YouTube. Just
well,
look for it.
yeah, like it's like of like before like all this like identity politics stuff got so like mainstream. Like I felt like Star Wars is probably one of the most like progressive like franchises like out there, and they're saying it's not diverse enough. Like,
You know what? That's the new generation talking. That's the new generation talking out the ass.
yeah,
You
damn
don't
right
pay
it
them
is.
no mind. You don't give them no play. You tell them, you know what? I see. I don't have to behold to nobody. It's like I ain't got to worry about, the how should we say, the internet and the social media to crucify me and whatnot, because I can give a shit what they think and what they say. you know. And like I said, you're sitting home in your mommy's house and your basement, not coming outside with the real people. So
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
I think
Now
what we
we
have.
can say whatever we want now. We love it. Your shit is trash. I'm sorry for your problems, but it's not my problem no more.
Yeah, as far as like social media influencing younger people, like me and you, we know like we're old enough where we know like we know life without social media. So like we have like our minds in perspective on
Mhm.
what's right and what's wrong, and like a lot of these like people they just do whatever they think is trendy, and like that's not any way to like people have to like actually think and make up their own minds based on their own tastes, and like you're right, like people that defend this stuff, like they don't have the passion for it like me and you do.
Yeah. And like I said, I can't fault them for that because, as you just said, they're all about the trending stuff. But if you really did a deep dive on the lore of Star Wars, that's even more deeper. When the movies was over, they was doing the books, and the books became the lore. You know, and this was something that George Lucas told Kathleen Kennedy. I'm leaving you the movies, the books, and the comics. These are things that you should use. That chick
Oh,
didn't. That chick nod in the head. Yes, George.
oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, we
As
will
soon as
protect
the
these
sale was,
characters
she
the
went
way
into
you
her
envisioned them.
own
She
thing.
is a liar.
Mhm.
She
Lie, pants on fire.
yeah, like it is my god, like so dirty, like what she did. Like I honestly like I don't know. Apparently, I saw that they were in a picture together recently. I don't even know how Lucas could even like be in the same room as her.
He
Like
didn't know. We
without
we
like
all didn't know. He didn't know, and we all didn't know what was going to happen when he signed on the dotted line. We thought that
Yeah.
this was going to be something that was going to carry us through through many good years, and having the old crew of Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher
Oh
to
yeah.
shepherd into the new realm with new characters and
It was
stuff,
so
but
easy.
actually celebrating the old school characters and let them pass the
I
torch.
mean, it was so easy. The
Didn't do
story
none of
writes
that.
itself. The story
Mhm.
writes itself, and yet that's not the story we got.
Yeah. So I know George Lucas has the last laugh. He's laughing himself. He told them, what are you doing?
Yeah, they should have
Everything
used
was
his
in
damn
place.
treatments. They should have used the Will's treatments. No matter
Yeah,
how trippy it was, it would have still been Lucas Star Wars.
exactly. As corny as it might sound, and it corny it might be, but that's okay. It's wholesome. It doesn't have nothing, to make people hate each other or whatever. It's just a science fantasy that you could just roll in, have a ball, go home, and chill. That's it. You ain't got to jump on
Yeah,
the internet and say, and this is an allegory for Trump, and this is something for Biden, and this is the no, you ain't
uh,
got to do all of that, man. You ain't got nothing to do with all that.
yeah,
Now we're in limbo. Well, the people that is still trying to, how should we say, save Star Wars from sinking, but it's already drowning.
yeah. Like
I
I
tell them to
watched
just
this. I
drown.
mean, Ahsoka was probably it for me. Like the
Yeah,
Gina
that was
stuff already like really like broke me. But like I do like I've liked Ahsoka. I like Dave Filoni's like stuff and cartoons. But when I like watched Ahsoka, it was just so mid. It was
shallow.
just so mid and like boring. It wasted times. They
Yep.
ruined Sabine's character. It
Well, I never. Well, I only watched Rebels. For the first on the first season, I only watched the first one, which I barely got through with that. But then when I was watching the very second episode, Kanan was just driving me nuts because he was like a goddamn knucklehead. He was a retard. And then when I saw who was voicing it, oh, Freddie Prinze Jr. Oh, no wonder. That's my arch enemy. I said, no. Oh, I'm gonna turn this shit off right now, which I did. So I don't know nothing about Rebels.
yeah, Freddie
They went
Prince
there for
Jr.
five
is that
seasons, right?
British jerk.
Somebody asked me, Albert Nas, do you watch Rebels? The fuck up. Don't watch that nonsense. Stop it, man. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah,
Stop.
I like the character of Kanan. I don't like Freddie Prince Jr.
Yeah, me and
Especially
him
what a
had a
bitch he
little
was
tussle on
after
Twitter.
Gina got fired.
Yeah, well, me and Freddie Prince had a little tussle on Twitter back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you?
yeah, he was talking all that nonsense about overweight white guys is the only ones that always crying and with the blues. So I posted a little thing. I had my little muscles there. I was flexing, and I'm black. So I'm black. I'm not overweight, and I can't stand this piece of shit. So he said, "Oh, you's a jack off. Why you gotta pose with your muscles and in your t-shirt and this that?" And I said, "Freddie, calm down, man.
Oh,
I'm
he
basically
was so
telling
mad.
your narrative is wrong." But then he
Good for you,
started
man.
flexing.
Good for you. People like him need a reality check every once in a while. Maybe
Yeah, I
even more
scorched his
so.
ass. What was that? Back in 2019? It was 20. No, yeah, it was the same. It was basically
Yeah.
the same year, 2018.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
when
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
I
Phantom
did.
Menace
Yeah, it was
was like
2018 when I
really
first
at
started.
its
I
strongest.
literally scorched the earth with this bastard. I
Oh yeah.
basically told his entire story in song. So go back into the archives if you want to see it.
Man, oh yeah. That that's really really funny. All right, let's see.
I call him Mr. Michelle Gellar. She got a bigger rep. She got a bigger fan base more than him. So yeah. So I didn't watch Rebels, but I did love Ahsoka when George Lucas was running the show, and that's
Yeah.
about it. And then I felt bad that Rosario Dawson is an absolutely great actress to me. I love her,
Yeah.
but she was wasted in this thing,
Yeah,
But at
they
least she got paid. So
yeah, I mean, like the best part was just like the Anakin stuff, and even that was
Mhm.
kind of underutilized.
I
Everything was
love
just
Hayden
very
Christensen.
mid.
I love Hayden Christensen.
Oh, me
I'm
too, man.
mad
Me too. I'm glad
that
he's
they
finally getting
wasted
his
his potential.
props.
But he kept up with his lightsaber skills, made her look stupid.
Oh
Made
yeah.
her look stupid. She
Well,
just looked so weak. He had all the skills since from Revenge of the Sith. I
oh
was
yeah,
like,
like
oh my
those,
boy.
those prequel actors, they did like such intense like lightsaber training to
Yeah,
do
him
that
and
awesome
him and
choreography.
McGregor was like 7 months. 7 months of training. Fucking Dave Filoni just threw a lightsaber in the here. Just touch sticks like this. It'll work. Come on
Yeah.
now. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I've
Anyway,
always been a big prequels defender because like, because of
me
like,
too.
they're kind of like they really like got me into Star Wars and like,
Oh,
I
nice, nice. Well, no, the prequels now. Ain't nobody gonna talk shit about the prequels
oh
now.
yeah, no, they're singing a different tune now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
after the
it's
train
sad,
wreck
but
that was
yet
the sequel trilogy.
yeah, it's like it puts a smile on my face, but at the same
I
time,
swear to
it's
God,
sad that like the
what was
Star
it?
Wars series isn't as like Lucas's Star Wars will always be like the
Top
great.
tier, top tier. Don't tell me nothing about fucking Kylo. Basically, did the force mind meld, the kill, try to kill Ray in the first movie, and you know what I'm saying? Then they go to the third movie, they tongue kissing, putting tongues in each other's throats. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Then you got
Yeah.
horses. Then you got horses running on the
Oh
death,
yeah, the
the
horses
Star
like
Destroyer. You got horses.
I think didn't how it should have ended like Shay, like they could have just tilted the ship. They could have tilted the ship and knocked the
Yeah,
horses
no,
off.
the ship was tilting. The ship was tilting, and the horses were still going.
Oh yeah, that's bull crap.
I said, you know what? This is just the worst parody I have ever seen. But you know what? It is something to behold that they thought that this shit was good.
Oh,
You
like
can't, you
just
can't make
throw
this
a
up.
huge bunch of ships at the screen. Like, yeah, here's your
Yep.
epic battle. It's just
Oh my
look at all
God.
these ships. There's no. Meanwhile, you look at like Revenge of the Sith's space battle. Like you have so much shit happening at once. Like, and you still have
That
a
was a
ton of
real
ships,
battle.
but that it actually feels like an actual war is happening.
Thank you. And now here we are, Zack Snyder.
Oh yeah.
Now I can wash the nasty taste of the sequel trilogy out of my mouth.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be so good,
Zack
especially if it
Snyder
lives
is
up to the
so.
hype. I sure hope it does. I'm gonna. Oh man, like it's just like just the opportunity to just get some of it all back is
Yep,
just
yes, sir.
that's why I'm excited about Rebel Moon. That's why.
Yes, sir. Zack Snyder regains rights to Blood and
Oh,
Ashes script.
that. Oh yeah, that wasn't the article I wanted to use, but that was one I did have up just in case. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
There was stuff cut from Revenge of the Sith, which made Anakin's paranoia and turning against Obi-Wan, Padme, and the Jedi make more sense. Palpatine fed lies to Anakin and stuff about Padme cheating on him with
I
Obi.
heard something about that.
What?
I did hear like a little bit about that. I don't think any of those deleted scenes have ever been shown. I mean, I have seen a lot of the deleted scenes from Revenge of the Sith. A lot of them have to do with like a bunch of the senators kind of
Right.
like forming a mini rebellion. And like there were some like really cool sequences that were cut
Mhm.
from the opening.
Huh.
Yeah, but
I know one thing. I know that because I've seen all of the deleted scenes from Revenge of the Sith. Me myself personally, I think Lucas could have kept that in there.
yeah, I mean they did like kind of imply with the "you're with him" type of thing, like that, like maybe like Anakin thought that like I don't know, maybe there was an affair going on, but it's not really like they didn't heavily lean into that.
Yeah,
It was more like, oh,
which I'm kind of
you
glad they
brought.
didn't. But either way, all right. So what's up with this article?
Oh yeah, so apparently we're eventually going to get a rated R cut after the PG-13 cut.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. You get to watch the movie all over again with
Hmm.
more violence, more blood.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is the Star Wars killer right here.
Oh, but I mean, it's got a freaking space griffin.
Space
I
Grip. Oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
like I'm just remembering the things from the trailer. Like, I mean, it's got everything that's been really missing from like it's got cool like battles. It's got like actual aliens because like they really don't utilize aliens enough in Disney Star Wars the way Lucas did.
Right. So
Because
many
you can't
things
push
that.
identity politics with the aliens.
Oh
Like,
well. See, identity politics don't belong in Star Wars in any way, shape, or form because it was made pretty much almost a half a century, and these things were generational where you could take your kids, your children, your grandchildren, and watch it and still be amazed. With Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, it's almost subconsciously that you'll try to find something that has identity politics, but don't even fall for it because he's telling an actual story that will literally tell you that they're not Lucas fake Lucasfilm. I actually call it fake Lucasfilm because it's not the real
oh
Lucasfilm.
yeah, they kicked a
Real
bunch of the
Lucasfilm was
talented
under
people
George
out when
Lucas.
they
That's fake
took the.
Lucasfilm. Right.
It is fake Lucasfilm. A bunch of the old guard are gone.
Exactly. So fake Lucasfilm doesn't, give you the spectacle and the imagination that George Lucas has. Zack Snyder is literally going to show you what a quote unquote Star Wars movie should be or should look like. And
Yeah.
his visuals is in and of itself way better than any of these people tried to do with the show with the shows on Disney Plus and the movies
Oh yeah, like
all
and if
together.
there's one thing Snyder is very good at, it's visuals. Like
Yeah.
300, some of the best. Like I love that. I was watching that as like growing up in high school, like watching 300 in the late 2000s.
Uh-huh.
That was like one of my favorite movies ever. It's just so adrenaline pumping. Like,
Yeah.
artistic.
Can you imagine seeing it on the screen, on the movie
Oh,
screen?
I didn't see it. I didn't
Yeah,
see it in
unfortunately,
theaters.
I couldn't had the time to get into it with the showing. But I said to myself, that's okay because I got a big 70-inch TV, so I can shut out the lights and really immerse myself.
Oh, that's great.
Wouldn't be. I mean, it's not like if it's on IMAX, but still, it's still
Oh
good
yeah,
enough
I
for
would
me.
I would love to watch 300 on a really big screen, and it probably looks fantastic despite being like almost like 20 years old or 15, give or take.
Hmm.
I'm bad with math sometimes.
Don't worry. I failed math so many times in high school and all that. I barely got graduated.
Yeah,
So yeah, I can count my money though.
I like Man of Steel too, Chinwang. I don't get why like people like dislike Man of Steel
Man of
so
Steel is
much.
great.
And
Man of
the
Steel is
Snyder
great.
cut was fantastic. It really was fantastic.
Yeah, and I said to the people that didn't like it, I said, look, you expect your Superman to be in a certain in a certain mold and vision, and I get it, and then they pointed out all the things that they didn't like in the movie, and I couldn't really, be like, oh, that you're so stupid and this, that, whatever. No, they had their reasons, and I had to respect that. But at the same time, it was just choices that Zack put in that even when he talked about it in the commentary, it made sense. But like I said, different opinions notwithstanding, but I still to this day very hold Man of Steel in very
I
high
mean, what
regard.
I really like
From
about
the
Man of
visuals
Steel,
to the orchestra, I mean, the Krypton scenes was just
yeah,
fire.
I mean, like, that scene when he's like when he's in the town and he's behind the American flag, like, that was epic. Like, and
Yes.
just like when the city's getting destroyed, like, it felt like I was watching Dragon Ball Z almost. It was,
Okay.
yeah, that was really, mm, it's not switching. It's not switching.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
so let me so yeah, the R-rated cut. Yeah. Anyway, I
Oh.
lost, but yeah, I would
Very
love to see
hard.
300 on on a big screen like that,
Yeah.
because, like, it's such a well shot movie. I think that we're going to see some really insane, like, shots in with like, Zack Snyder's trademark slow motion.
That
And
people make
yeah,
fun
this
of,
does
but
look
I don't
like,
even care anymore. It's like, well, it's his thing, and that's something nobody can take away from.
oh yeah, like, even like, even people that like really dislike like him as, like, from his writing, or like they know like he's good at like cinema shots.
Hmm.
Yeah, like his movies will always have flair. Even his worst ones have flair. Like, I mean, like Army of the Dead, I really didn't care for it, but like, there were some
Oh,
shots that were kind of cool.
I loved it. I loved it. I just love the mayhem of it. But he actually did what was it? The Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, I've
Right.
seen that, and I love that movie.
Yeah, that movie was fire, but I was sitting up here like, God damn. But you know what's so funny? I didn't even know that was Zach at first. But I went to the movies with a couple of friends of mine and stuff, and we was just wilding out. He's like,
Well,
oh
that
shit.
that was like one of his first big like films, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
made that movie with James Gunn.
Wait a minute. Did James Gunn wrote it?
Yeah, yeah, like they worked on it together,
Oh,
actually.
okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
it. Here you go. That's his buddy.
Fatal J says Ambunas is one of the best YouTubers.
Uh, no, I'm not. I have no talent the way that man Fatal J has. Check his channel out. That man is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He going places. You see this? I'm stepping away before my kids put me in the old folks home. Salute to my brother Fatal J.
Dawn of the Dead is the best of many zombie movies in comparison to Resident Evil movies.
Oh my goodness!
Oh
Now,
yeah,
wait a minute now.
no,
Wait
no
a minute now.
contest.
Wait a minute now. I'm one of the very few people that absolutely love the Resident Evil movies. It took me a little while to really warm up, but those movies actually tells a complete story. And I played the Resident Evil games, the very first one and the sequel. And my goodness, me and my cousin was like, trading places. It was like, oh man, I can't do this puzzle. And oh shit, this thing is too much for me. Hey, I'll take that. But we get through it, but we got into the lore. And that's exactly what they did in some of the sequential movies, in my opinion. And I said to myself, damn, this thing is really, really slept on. But but I got into it, and I really enjoyed every part of Resident Evil. So that's one of my favorites, and I try to defend that as much as I possibly can. But yeah, that Dawn of the Dead with Zack, that was a glory. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but it's damn near coming towards it.
Yeah, I actually like it more than the original Dawn of the Dead.
I,
I
I,
know that's kind of
I,
controversial to say, but like, it's
yeah.
different. It's different.
Yeah, and like I said, I just got into the Resident Evil. I mean, some of the choreograph, and stuff is a little bit on the cheesy side, but Like I said, I guess the lady, the girl Alice, I can't remember her name, Miller, something. She was in that
Y-
Fifth Element with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, like her last name's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, but
Well,
like I said, I warmed up to her, and I just followed her story and just just went in for the ride. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I only saw like one of them, and I didn't really follow the story very well. I just knew it was very different from the games.
oh yeah, it was. But like I said, I played the game, so I was just I was just going through the motions. And like I said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I know that but the fact that it was they made those movies because a lot of people had seen it and loved it enough for them to make another one, and they already got like so it's like five movies or six, I think. But either way, I got all of them now. So now I don't have to worry about it. I can watch it and go through a little marathon however I want.
Yeah, so Snyder says, I'm super proud of the PG-13 version of the movie. I really am. I think it's really fun and it's clean and cool. But again, I just sort of weirdo darkness of the R-rated version. If it was sort of my original thesis for what the movie could be,
Right.
that's what we did. So like, it's cool. We'll have like,
So Zack got something for everybody. So that's a good thing.
yeah,
Make two cuts and then get the cuts for the little teens and for the family or whatever, and have a ball. And then when the kids go to sleep, Timmy, you go to sleep, little Annabelle. All right now, I'll see you tomorrow. Then you and your old lady, get your fine ass in that room. Good girl. And then turn on the R-rated one. That's right. She could be in a bikini. I'll be up here like this. Yeah, baby. That's right. Zack Snyder give you the good stuff.
yeah.
And besides, the R-rated one is going to be the longest one. It's going to be the real cut.
It's going to be the extended
cut. Yeah. Boy, how could you not like that? For grown ass women and men, we would like it. But the kids know, like, what's so great about Zack Snyder? Please shut the fuck up because you're insulting my intelligence. All right. I'm sorry that we just don't, cater to, to your little, your crowd there, but we want manly and testosterone type movies now.
Exactly. Yeah, we want high action, we want high fantasy, we want like we just want like to be blown away, and we want to have fun. And Zack knows how to do that. He knows how to do that. And like, it's cool Netflix is letting him like just go crazy with all this.
Netflix is a smart company. They see, I mean, Army of the Dead, basically blew the roof. And just the fact that he has a built-in fan base. Us. You don't have to pay but so much with marketing. All you got to do is just go to Twitter and say, "Yo, Zack, the thing is coming out here. We do all the promotions."
Yeah.
And we did that with Justice League. And look how much that blew up.
Oh yeah. That was really. Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's.
I mean, I like the fact that the built-in audience that we was, because we are still hoping that the Snyderverse would continue on Netflix. Because as far as Warner Brothers is concerned, they're not concerned about having Zack and competing with James Gunn's new stuff. So yeah, nobody's not thinking about it. And at some point, Warner Brothers is going to get sold to someone.
Yeah, like the only thing is like Zack made like a lot of enemies by distancing himself from Geeks and Gamers on that live stream. Like, I was there like when he did it. I understand why he did it. Like, for to protect his image with Hollywood and shit. But like, it really sent riffs, man. It sent riffs, and it was ugly.
Yeah, basically, because I saw the whole thing, but I got some of the word from Uche, who had passed away. God rest
Yeah,
his
I
soul.
heard he died. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's so sad.
yeah, it is. It is. But he was a good dude, man. But he rode with Zack for a while, and Zack kind of told him basically what the studio told him to say in that live stream.
Ah, I see.
Right. So he wasn't even. So they basically gave him an ultimatum. You know, just say that you don't deal with racism and this, that, whatever. Which that wasn't even the purpose, because for whatever people think about the Geeks and Gamers crew and this, that, whatever, they raised a lot of money, and they didn't even have to do that. Because Jeremy from G&G, he didn't make no apology that he didn't like his films. So if he didn't like nothing, I mean, if I don't like anything, why am I going to go all the way out to want to do a live stream for a charity that
You
is
know, that
worthy
that's kind
of?
of like how I thought about it. Like he came. Like it sounded to me like Zach wanted to be there
Yeah,
in
he
some
wanted to be there,
capacity.
but he had to say what the mandate of the studio is, because unfortunately, Geeks and Gamers has that reputation, and you can't. Like I said, it ain't nobody's fault. They made the reputation that they made, and they stick by the things that they view as true, and this, that, whatever. That's their right.
Well,
But other people feel a different way, and that's where the divide is. But you
yeah.
can't sit up here and just curse out Zack Snyder, this, that, whatever, because really we don't know what the whole real story that is about. But he had to say what he had to say, and he said, "Okay, all right, I'm done with that. Let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about this. Let's talk."
Yeah, yeah, because like after he did that, like it was just like they just talked and stuff. And but then like everything after the stream, that was when like a lot of the real like drama and stuff, because like people did not like take like what he said like the right way or anything. And like I can't say like I just know that like this has caused problems, and I think I know it's why like because I'm a big Midnight's Edge fan. Like I support like Midnight's Edge. Like they fucking hate Snyder.
Well, they hating them for the wrong reason, but that's not. Like I said, I don't deal with them no more. So hey, it is what it is. That's your opinion, but it's not no fucking
Yeah,
fact.
it's not.
Well, not to me anyway.
Mhm.
So like I said, I'm going by what Uche said, and it makes perfect sense. Zach just got caught out there, and now he had to make a decision because they said if you don't do it, we're not even thinking about putting your movie out
Yeah, Uche
because
was
you're
the
gonna
one who
make
set the
Warner
whole
Brothers
thing
look
up.
bad dealing with quote unquote racist or this or that, and they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I
So
understand. Hollywood's a
if it
weird
was a
place,
gun
and
that
they
was
get caught
pointed
up
in
in
my
these.
head, I would have said the same thing. But it wasn't like he had everything all set up on paper that I could say it. It was an awkward statement,
Yeah,
and
it
even
didn't
I was
felt
looking at
congruent.
it.
It felt like a last
Yeah,
minute thing.
yeah, it felt like he was like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna say? I gotta say something, but he wasn't directing it at people. He was saying it on general principle, but even then it sounded awkward and forced. So people picked up on it, this, that, whatever, but everybody has their opinion. And how long ago was that? What was that? Two,
It
three?
was yeah, like Snyder cut. I think 2001. So it's been like 2 years, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's over and done with. I mean, I applaud Jeremy and G for still going with the stream, because he could have just shut the shit off.
Oh
And just,
yeah, it could
you
have
don't
been
like his
way
movies
worse.
anyway.
I don't think like I mean I think like there was like yeah, two
Yeah, they
years. So
like I
like
said,
I don't think,
they
but
were
it could have like the whole thing could have been like way
listen.
way worse.
Yeah, Jeremy and G they did it the professional way. You know what I'm saying? They raised a hell of a lot of money for a charity that is worthy of a
Oh,
charity, and he should be
absolutely.
proud of that.
Mental health is so important, and like
It
it's
is.
so neglected in our society, and it's what we really need the most. Like I'm actually I'm like I have a personal thing going on within my family. I can't really say that's really it, but it just really just shows you just how important like mental health
It
is.
is. And I, like I said, I applaud, the entire team for, for staying the course, taking it in the chin. All right, no problem. But you can't say shit about us anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. So you can't sit up here and badmouth them because, like I said, I don't, speak with, Jeremy, like that anymore, or, any of their team or what have you. But I can actually say, because I was there since the beginning, that these people, those guys and girls in that group, they mean what they say. They're spitting their opinions that they're God given right, and half of the time they on point.
A Netcat wants to join us. Do you mind if I let him on?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll
I
send
gotta
you.
watch the clock though, because
Oh,
I gotta pretty much talk to my kids in a little
okay,
while, but
okay. So yeah, so let's see. Yeah, invite,
you know.
copy. Yeah,
I mean, I've been around YouTube for a long time, and I've seen people come through, and their channels is blowing up and stuff like that, and it makes me proud. It makes me happy to see many more voices coming out to show the how should we say, the corporations and the movie makers and stuff, that you really need to cater to your audience. you know Cater to your audience, make sure that you entertain us and don't preach to us, and everything will be all right.
exactly. Like we need to like.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good. I, and I was just wanting to just come on because as a because as a few weeks ago we talked in DMs and and when I just came on right now we were talking about the stuff with Zack Snyder and and I, my wife and I were talking about all of the stuff with Zack Snyder and and the way that all that shit went down. Wait, can anyone else hear me?
Oh yeah, we can all hear you.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Yeah, and I remember seeing that clusterfuck happen, and he basically just if he just put some punctuation into those sentences that he made, things would have gone so much better. It was I dissociate myself, and then he just kept going, and everyone seemed to take it like no, he wasn't dissociating himself with geeks and gamers or all of them, but everyone just took it that way. And then right after that,
So
it everybody just went, "Oh my god!" And then after that, people dropped out, and then I saw streams popping up with Ethan Van Sciver going, "Can you believe what happened?" Ah, blah, blah. Everyone going, "Ah, da, da, da." And suddenly it just blew up.
yeah, I've heard all of the other streams jumping on the
Yeah.
bandwagon. Like I said,
I remember what Ethan said, and Ethan pretty much took like Snyder's thing in the worst context. I think out of
Oh,
everyone,
yes.
and he was
Yes.
actually like making fun of geeks and gamers, basically like calling them
Yeah.
like abuse like victims, like just like, oh please Zach, like
Yeah.
yeah, and I didn't agree with that at all.
I was so pissed because I was actually watching it live when that happened, and then I saw him jump off, and then I saw him jump onto all these other streams, just fanning the flames, and it's like, guys, this didn't need to go this bad.
yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
I
that
absolutely
too.
agree. I think like other people took, I mean, like even like when like a bunch of the actors came like after the stream because they saw people were getting upset, and they hung out longer.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, like I said, everybody had finally moved on, but still, like I said, I reiterate, this thing could have been avoided in a way in which nobody was like put, you know what I'm saying, put on the spot.
Yeah,
Oh, completely.
absolutely.
That's exactly how I felt.
And
Yeah.
I'm sad that it turned out the way it did, but it was still a success for G and G in terms of their charity.
Absolutely.
And like I said, and the way that Jeremy handled it, I commend him even to this day. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm proud that D&G stuck to their
I personally think that he and Geeks and Gamers handled it well.
Very well.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
everything.
And I would also
yes,
I came in just saying what I was thinking of. Just wanted to say hi. It's really good to talk to you.
Same here, brother.
And everything. So hello. you said you didn't have a lot of time, so I just wanted to come in and just say exactly what I was thinking. But sorry I didn't say hi first.
Anyway, regardless, like the future, I really do hope like this really is like what Netflix and Zack want it to be. I do want like, and I think it's like the perfect time, especially with all the bad stuff going on with Disney, like just like Wish bombing, Marvel's bombing, like it's just. Iger has to make all these excuses to everyone. Nelson Peltz is like buying stock left and right.
Go Nelson.
Yeah, I hope he gobbles up the whole company.
I hope so too.
Go Nelson and with Elon Musk saying "Go fuck yourself," I really want to see what. I want to see where this is actually going to end. I don't know where it's going to end, but I want to see where it's going to end.
We all wanted to have say to Bob Iger for like 5-6 years.
Iger, I got more money than you. Fuck you. And fuck your ads. Yeah. Fuck Disney and fuck your ads.
They don't know what to do when they're talking to someone who actually personally, not just the money that they're talking for, but personally has the money to say fuck you. Yeah, they don't know what to say to him.
Yep, and said his name too. I love it. You love to see that. It is wow. Elon says the fuck Bob Iger. That means everybody can say fuck Bob Iger.
Oh yeah, between this and the
pandemic, that guy's
it's just everything's falling down.
That guy's brain just broke. I saw the blue screen of death in person.
That's how arrogant Disney is. I will pull out our TV spots and everything else, so you can't get the red menu. But I don't need your money. I got money. You put that on my Twitter. I bought Twitter. And I still got $15 billion.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who launched his car into fucking outer space.
This is his passion project. I think that's what these guys don't grasp. This is his passion project. Tesla, he's in it for the money. The other things, he's in it for the money. Twitter/X. I don't call it X, but nah.
Yeah, I call it Twitter.
Everybody still says it's Twitter,
it's Twix. The point I'm trying to make. But the point I'm trying to make is that this one is his passion project. The other things he's bought, he's in it for the money. This one, he's in it because he actually gives a shit.
Like I said, I love the fact that Disney is getting piled on. They are literally drowning. That's why Bob Iger made the comment, you know what, the message is good. But we really need to concentrate more. Too late.
The message. Bob.
Like, really, the only way to fix Disney is for you to step down and for someone else to come in and like do a complete cleanup.
It has to. Let me tell you exactly what has to happen. Because once Rebel Moon comes out, the allegory is that South Park pulled their skirts down.
Yep.
They pulled their skirts down. Once Rebel Moon comes out, then your underwears come down. Now you're gonna be butt ass naked. There's nowhere for you to go. Rebel Moon will literally destroy every inch of every Star Wars product that y'all put out on Disney Plus and in the movies. Zack Snyder will literally kill the franchise, period.
And here's the thing. With South Park, there are a lot of people who are, and at first I was thinking the same thing about they're putting it all on Kathleen Kennedy. No, they're putting it all on Kathleen Kennedy, but they still made the message overall.
Yes, sir.
So okay, they put it on Kathleen Kennedy, fine, but they still said the message overall. So that means that if Disney overall keeps doing it, it doesn't matter if South Park said it was about Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
It's still about Disney.
Well,
overall,
part of the joke is part of the joke was like they were kind of making fun of how
door and just chill. Chill. You want damage, honey.
Part of the joke was like, South Park, how they have to hit both together. How they have to hit like both sides. Part of the joke is that like everyone, even in Disney, blames Kathleen Kennedy for everything.
Oh yeah, now they blame.
Oh yeah, that's it. It's all her. It's all her.
Hey everybody, it's all Kathleen Kennedy's fault. And Bob Iger, and even when Kathleen changed her heart, he's like, look, we're gonna make original content that doesn't pander. He's like, oh yeah, of course we will. So like they haven't heard a damn thing.
Thank you. No, I think that's the first time I've heard anyone actually mention that part where Bob Iger just goes, "Of course we will." No, I don't think I've ever heard anyone point that part out because, and I noticed that when I was first watching it, and everyone who likes to say that didn't you guys see? It's making fun of you chuds. Did you guys not notice Bob Iger going, yeah, of course we will?
No, they were definitely making fun of Disney catering. They were definitely making, and the jokes that they were making about everyone blaming Kathleen Kennedy for everything. Guess what? We know how to laugh.
Yeah, we can laugh. Can you guys? Can you guys laugh?
I can't wait till Rebel Moon comes out. I'm literally gonna be so giddy. Just seeing how the visuals alone is going to blow their entire repertoire. Oh, can you imagine?
I actually.
Wait a minute. Sorry. All right.
I just watched the trailer right before I came on, and it looked awesome.
I'm a paint you guys a image, and for anybody that's in the chat. Or that might be catching a replay. Check this out. Abu Nas is going to tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there is a man named Zack Snyder, and he was walking through the forest, and he said, I think I want to make a Star Wars movie, but I won't call it a Star Wars movie. I will call it Rebel Moon, because that was the story that I wanted to pitch to Lucasfilm, but they didn't want it. So I'm going to put it out on December 22nd. And when he did, the world rejoiced. But back in Disneyland, now they looking at it and they said, wow, we didn't use those types of visuals. Oh my goodness. Oh, the sword play is incredible. We didn't do that in our shows. What do we do? And then the money said, we're going over to Netflix, Bob, Kathleen, and everybody else. We'll see you later. And then everyone lived happily ever after, except Disney.
Love it.
Let's make it happen. That's great. That's great. So Server's talking over you to begin with. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that's great.
Yep. Excuse me.
Oh, man.
Because I'm going to be watching it.
Yeah.
And then people are going to be on Twitter. And then it's going to trend.
I'm going to be
a Star Wars killer. Or, oh my God, we should have got this with the sequel trilogy. Or, holy shit, Zack Snyder done it again. And then restore the Snyderverse.
I'm likely to be having my first vacation for about a week for like a year or so. And I'm going to be watching that thing. So that's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something. Netflix is literally going to be swimming with money. Oh, my God. We're just going to be like, oh, shoot, I don't even got to wash myself. I'm washing myself with all this money. And then he's like, listen, I could give my wife money. I could give my kids money. I could give my ugly ass mother-in-law money. I could give my side chick money. I could give everybody money. And I still have money more for myself. Yes. Yes, right, Netflix, because you did the right move. You did the right move.
Exactly.
You hired Zack Snyder to get Army of the Dead and blew that up. And then said, you know what? I'm going to hitch my ride with this man. And now when you go on Twitter, wow, restore the Snyderverse. Wow, this, oh, BBS. Oh, damn, it's all over the place. Now we get this in the Netflix. People are watching it. Holy shit, the numbers is going up. We can't go wrong with Zack Snyder. Meanwhile, back in Disneyland, so, you know, let's try to work out and make good entertainment without the message. Yeah, a little too late, Bobby.
Yeah.
A little too late, son.
Oh yeah, you heard that rumor that they want to bring Warren Downey Jr. and Robert Downey Jr. and ScarJo back to life?
You know what? You know what? I would do it. I'm losing money. Money. We need to get the people back the way it was when we was making money. It's not even it's a no-brainer.
Yes.
I mean, Captain Marvel, God Almighty, the movie was so, and you know what? There wasn't even. I told people all the time. I said, dude, Captain Marvel. You know why?
I tried
Captain Marvel
to watch
Wonder Woman.
I tried to watch the Marvels. I tried. I got about an hour in. I still haven't finished it.
You know what, sir?
That movie.
For even stomaching, even putting money to it. Did you go to the movies and see it?
No.
Wow.
Oh, fuck no. But damn. And I was watching because you see things that I actually like watching things that are so bad as funny. This thing isn't even that.
Yeah. Shit, even the bootleggers ain't really bootlegging it. They was like, God damn, I'm not real.
Yeah. I was like, nope, I'm done. And I keep trying to convince myself to finish it. And I'm like, nope.
The reason why they made Captain Marvel was because Wonder Woman blew up in 2017.
Yes.
Blew up. Patty,
I loved it. What?
Yeah, the first Wonder Woman was fantastic.
I love Wonder Woman. Just 100%.
The first Wonder Woman, right? The very first Wonder Woman, right?
The first one. I'm talking first one. First one.
Why you liked it?
I like the first one.
You liked it? Yeah, because Zack Snyder hired Patty to do this.
Yes. That second Wonder Woman. Oh my fucking God!
Oh, that one was so silly.
Zack Snyder wrote the story. Zack Snyder was the executive producer. Zack Snyder hired all his stunt team to do all the action shots.
Yes.
So when we saw Wonder Woman 84, oh man, this is gonna be great. Oh man, we're gonna see my baby girl. Oh, she gonna do her magic.
Oh my God, that movie was a train wreck.
It was an abomination. They had my girl looking like all sad, and it was like I said to myself, "Wait a minute, what the fuck I'm not watching."
Now, there's a reason why I finished it, unlike watching the Marvels,
what the hell's that?
because that one was at least it was so bad it was funny to me. It at least hit us so bad it was funny.
And why know it's so funny? They made Pedro Pascal like the main villain, yet like Cheetah's more iconic.
But you do know how disrespectful they did to Scarlett Johansson. So you couldn't give Black Widow a movie way back then.
Yeah, they could have. They really could have.
Nobody thought.
Guys,
and that's why Captain Marvel came to be.
I don't have a video on it, but when that movie came out, I actually still have like 5 pages of notes where I was intending to make a video. I was watching Black Widow going, this thing is so bad. And I would just point out all the things that were so bad about the movie. Black Widow, that I love the character of Black Widow,
Yeah, I do too.
and
She was great.
and that movie was just, oh
Paint
my
by numbers,
fucking
right?
god!
Yeah, they was just going through the motions. I'm glad I didn't
Not just
watch
going
it.
through emotions,
I
but
didn't want.
it was it was going out of its way to kill her character.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. But you know what?
I
We
was so
still all,
pissed.
ladies and gentlemen, we still got all of phase one. I told people
Yes.
every time, nothing. They should have just stopped at phase one. That's it. That everything was perfect from from the start of Iron Man 1 all the way up to Endgame. You have a complete story. Everything was fine, and I enjoyed Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow very, very much. As a matter of fact, the greatest MCU movie of all time is and will always be Captain America: Winter Soldier. That's it. It is the greatest
Awesome.
masterpiece of everything MCU ever. And the other one, and the runner-up is Infinity War. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, those are definitely the top. Those two. Infinity War, I think was like a big. I think I like Infinity War more than Winter Soldier, but
No,
Winter Soldier is
has a
very
lot of
high.
tension. It has a lot of it had gravitas. It was that good. But I still put it second behind, the masterpiece that is Winter Soldier. But
Understandable.
yeah.
It's so funny. The elevator scene, most of the times when they put scenes in the trailer, like they kind of lose their impact. The elevator scene doesn't. You feel that claustrophobia in that elevator
That's
scene.
a point.
Oh yeah.
That's actually a good point. I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. Just all by itself, that scene works by itself and as part of the movie. That's a good point.
Yeah. It hasn't been the same ever since phase one. It hasn't been the same. But then again, I blame Marvel, I blame, Lucasfilm, because they're all under the umbrella of Disney.
What one thing that I would like to say just in general for people who talk about Lucasfilm with the sequels and everything, I personally don't allow later travesties to poison my love of the original.
Yeah.
People who say that that I watched the sequels and now I hate the originals, or not hate, but I no longer care for them like I used to. I understand that is actually how their mind might work, but I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. I mean, I won't be like, my taste in like current Star Wars is really like down, but I still have my my Blu-ray of the Lucas movies somewhere, and I'm gonna treasure that box set forever.
Yeah, forever. Do that. I got mine on my shelf, so yeah, do that.
The sequel, a sequel of something should not diminish how much you love the original.
That's true.
It shouldn't. And a very rare thing is like let's say Matrix with the second two movies, and I still love the second movie in Matrix, but I understand how those two movies, one was actually one right after the other. I kind of get how the second one kind of fucks with the third one kind of fucks with the second one, but
I like all three of them. It tells their story, this, that, whatever.
I actually love
abomination.
Yeah. Yes, I actually love all three. I'm just saying that I understand how that one kind of can fuck with it.
But that you do know that the times that it came out was perfect.
Yes.
We didn't have the nonsense of the identity politics and the woke.
100%.
Yeah,
that's part of why I was using that as my example.
Well,
because I was trying to use something that was not part of the woke.
Yeah, well,
shit.
Those people's defense, like the people who say like it ruined it for them. In their defense, like I get why, because like a lot people like viewed Star Wars as like one complete story, like, and that like the sequels were supposed to like carry on that story with Luke. Like after
Yeah.
the Empire, and instead they like derailed it and made it all about the special girl that can do everything. Oh, isn't she
dear
so
God.
great?
But by the
And
way,
it has nothing to do
if
with everything that came before. It has nothing to do with that. They just threw all that stuff in there just to show you just how insignificant it all was compared to her.
I've read, but by the way, I've read almost every book, not all, but almost every book post the written put in post the original trilogy. So yeah, and if you look at my Twitter bio, which obviously no one is because we're talking, but my Twitter bio is original EU fanboy.
That's a great name to have. That's a great name to have.
So, thank you.
EU. That's right.
Yes.
That's why I celebrate those that still hold on to the EU because it's more superior than anything that Disney.
I'm happy we're not getting the KOTOR remake. Everyone who was like so excited
for
that did
yes.
not know. Did
I
they
agree with
not
you.
know what holy horror that would have done? It would have subverted the entire original story and everything that made the original KOTOR great.
Oh yeah, there are people going, "Oh no!" I'm like, as I'm seeing people going, "Oh, it's been shelved." I'm going, "Wait, I thought it already was," and also good.
It would have been perfect for them to just adapt the book as George Lucas said to Kathleen. This is, like I said, these books predated many people that was born. So
yes,
you could just adapt the books and you would have a whole new audience knowing that this is great stuff, but it came from the books. It was adapted.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, how long would these books are? All these books came out in 79, 82, 84, 89. Oh my God, I wasn't even born. I was born in 2002. I was born in 2002.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Yes.
I don't know why can't I be a head of a corporation? Let me be the Bob Iger. We could have had everybody rolling in dough. We could have had everybody loving these movies.
No, just put an actual fan with common sense. They could actually like get something like a lot better than what Bob Iger is putting out, because a lot these people aren't fans. They're just using them to make money.
Mm-hmm.
That and to push their weirdo religious ideology thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, ain't nobody making money at Lucasfilm now, so the jig is up. So, and then it's going to get more hectic on the 22nd of December.
Yeah, boy.
And a happy New Year. That's right.
Oh, and also may I mention the way that every time that they think they come up with something cool for their movies, it's almost always stealing from the extended universe. With Solo, hey, let's liberate the droids. Guess what? We actually had that plot line in New Jedi Order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We already had that.
Yeah. See, when
Thank
you try
you.
to point this out to the young kids, they're like, "What? What's that?" Oh my God, you're not even old enough to. You know what? Never mind.
I'm still glad I've never seen Solo.
And you're just clinging on to the bullshit that they got. Not a problem. Just you can go your way. I did the dummy move of arguing with these kids.
Yeah. And I completely agree with you. There's a reason why people don't see me arguing this stuff anymore. Mm-hmm. I just decided it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
So
I don't even bother.
I just got.
You're right.
I've just been like, yeah, no, I don't care. Just no.
Right. That pisses them off even more. Well, so oh my God, the thing with Ahsoka when she was in the pool and the Sabine came in, and then I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Why you not care? What the? Shh. It's okay. It's okay. That's for y'all.
Yes.
I I can't deal with kitty shit. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
exactly.
I'm just going back to the
I,
where the real Star Wars is at. But good luck out there.
it's so funny.
And now I've actually been watching
they
it.
tried so
Sorry.
hard to make Ahsoka like this female focused show, and I did a video showing that all the highlight characters were the guys. Like Ezra stole the show when he came on, and Hayden stole the show. That Roman stole Stormtrooper dude. Like and I guess everyone was making fun of Thrawn. True, but
But
Yeah.
everyone was talking
Ron
about
was
him.
supposed to be the big
It-
daddy. He
it-
just came out here looking like a middle
but-
age.
But even if everyone was making fun of him, everyone was talking about him.
Yo,
Yeah,
That's
because
the point.
these characters
nothing
were all
threatening
more
about Thrawn
interesting
in
than
no
some.
way, shape, or form. That motherfucker talks like a butler. He talks like Bentley. My dear man.
No.
What is this?
Hello, I'm Moff.
Yes.
I'm Grand Moff Tarkin. I'm Admiral Thrawn.
Yes.
He can only wish he was Moff Tarkin. He can only wish.
And-
no villain.
And I'll admit, I was making live streams and to talk about with some friends about Ahsoka when it came out, but that's really about all that I was doing. We talked about it, and then that's it. I was just like, okay, that happened.
Hey, I got Disney Plus to review the whole series, and a lot of episodes I felt like nothing significant happened, so I didn't like.
Nothing happened.
Man, I had screamed on this goddamn show so much, and it made me feel bad because I still love Rosario Dawson. Oh my god, why did my baby
yeah,
have
she's-
to go in there?
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then just the fact that it was pretty much a lesbian couple, and I was like, well, damn.
No,
Oh yeah, they were leaning into
No-
that.
no
real
shade
hard.
at-
I'm very surprised they didn't kiss at the end.
Yeah,
but actually,
I was expecting they
he
were gonna have a love scene together, even on Disney Plus. I was like, well, at least kiss her or something. Y'all just stare at each
Hey,
other.
chicken it, make her gay.
You know?
but honestly, for all this, for the actors involved in Ahsoka in particular, the actors, I think that they did. I think they did a good job with what they were given.
I can never fault
Every-
the actors with a lot of this stuff. It's the writers and
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know the
Yes.
actors are sitting up here like, what? Oh my god! You know what? I'm already getting paid. I'll just say this.
You can
dialogue.
tell, like
I can only know that some of this dialogue was so ham.
It's like
ham-fisted that even the actors like.
it's like a Marvelani saying in how the movie went. That's Bob Iger's problem. It's not
Let me tell
mine.
you something. The three movie sequels, all of the shows from Mandalorian, the Fat Boba Fett, the goddamn what else? Yeah, we went Mandalorian, Fat Boba Fett. Oh, the Obi-Wan show, and killed a lot of continuity behind and disrespected George Lucas, especially with that show. So the only thing that was left that was actually any good was Andor. And then subsequently, the only
Andor was not good. Andor was not good.
Was decent.
Still have not
Rogue
seen
One.
it. Rogue One, I'm Rogue
Sorry,
One was actually
sorry.
No, everybody hates Andor. I get it, but for
No,
me,
I just recently watched it just a few days ago. That's why it just got that visceral reaction for me, because I finally got myself to watch it, and it made me angry.
It's okay, Ned. I'm the man on the lonely island, and I'm happy with Rogue One. I love that movie to death, and I love Andor to death even more.
Rogue One is fine. Rogue One is fine. Rogue One is fine.
Andor,
Rogue One's the black sheep of
finally does not fucking just disrespect my intelligence.
Actually, may I ask you about Abu? May I ask you, how do you feel about how Rogue One respects Mon Mothma? That is where my problem lies.
That it doesn't respect Mon Mothma, or does?
I don't think it does.
Okay, I didn't study it that enough with her.
Well,
I
it
know
respects her a lot better than Chuck Wendig did in his book, where he made Mon Mothma a freaking communist and saying, "We will get rid of the Republic's military, so there'll be no war."
Yes. That's the thing. It set up Chuck Wendig doing that. That's what had me so pissed off, because because Andor actually had her go, "Oh no, people are gonna die because of what we're starting," and that completely sets up Chuck Wendig's version of her in Aftermath going
Chuck. Oh my goodness. Well, you haven't been here that long with me, because I had a little round with old Chuck back in the day.
That had to have been fun.
Yeah, I literally scorched this monkey ass on Twitter, and of course he blocked me.
Sorry, I literally haven't been following you all that much. I will completely admit to you that I have not followed you on that
since 2018. Yeah, because
you have. It's just that I haven't folled you specifically. I know you've been around since that long.
Okay,
but
I'm not that popular. I just been around for a minute. So for those that do know me, you know what I did with that book Aftermath, right? That was one of my iconic moments.
I actually did miss that, to be completely honest.
So tell us, what did you say to Mr. Wendig?
Talk around on Twitter for those that know me, or ask them, hey, what did Abu Nas do with Chuck Wendig's book? You will get
I'm now curious, very curious,
and you'll be having a clip of it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look at that, to be honest. Sorry.
It's iconic, brother. It's iconic. And every time I talk about it, everybody dies laughing. Yeah.
That's gonna be some good reading.
If they tried to set up Chuck Wendig's garbage version of Mon Mothma, basically killing the New Republic before it even begins.
Yeah,
that's what Endor felt.
He was already drinking Kathleen Kennedy's Kool-Aid.
Oh, that's why he picked her. Yeah, he was already going there. There were three different gay people.
What Endor. That's what Endor felt like to me. I mean, not the entirety of it, but the part where he had her in it, which was only a few episodes. But those few episodes felt to me like, well, of course, we have to set up Chuck Wendig's Aftermath Mon Mothma. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm angry.
And anything tied to those Aftermath books. I mean, especially when Fallen Empire, Shattered Empire comic books were actually the better adaptation. If any of you guys read them, they were a 4-part comic book series that set up the whole Operation Cinder, which later got adapted to the Battlefront games.
I literally just read novels. I've read lots of novels, but I don't read comics. To be completely honest.
Palpatine's plan to destroy his own empire so no one else could have it, after he died.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was he was killing Naboo with lasers and stuff.
Dear Lord.
And so
that's not how that's not how I've actually seen Ian Palpatine, but okay.
Well, yeah, just look up it's part of Disney canon. It was called Operation Cinder.
Oh, Disney canon. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that I enjoyed that comic book. It stars Poe's mom.
Okay, but it's mean that if it's gonna be that's how he wants things to be, that if I can't win,
Oh, it's not.
everyone's
It
gonna
wasn't
die.
Wendig. It wasn't Wendig. It wasn't.
No, I'm not saying Wendig. I'm just saying that sounds very Disney of of Disney.
Yeah, like just to have like Palpatine like do something that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's when I talk about Wendig, I'm talking about Wendig.
Yeah.
He has got his aftermath trilogy. That's Wendig. I don't actually put Wendig on the rest of Disney. I understand that there's a difference.
Well, he's a whole he's a lot worse than like some of the other like Disney authors. I mean, some of them are pretty bad and just as bad as Wendig, but Wendig was like one of the worst.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Claudia Gray isn't always like super bad. She's pretty woke though, but like, you know, like especially like her newer stuff. But Lost Stars was all right.
I haven't gotten the things that I haven't gotten myself to read through a lot of the current stuff.
Oh, I haven't read it. I haven't picked up anything in years. Like this was like really early on.
Yeah, and I remember that there was a book that was between in the Last Jedi and then the Rise of Skywalker, and I was like, okay, I've read it, so apparently I'm gonna be the only person who actually understands the next book, the next movie, but and I was still like, I think we missed a movie.
Yeah. I read a comic that was supposed to like bridge like what happened. It was about them trying to get more ships from Mon Calamar. And so like I don't know, and for some reason the Mon Cal wouldn't give them the ships because like, you know, Brienne had already established that most of the galaxy are like pussies.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The Mon Cal are pussies that wear their sweater knit shirts. I mean, I'm just going off of Mandalorian shows.
Oh, were the Mon Cal in whatchamacallit in season 3? Did they ruin them?
I don't think they were in season 3, but I seem to remember that there was one that actually had one of them in a knit shirt. Really? I could be completely off, but yeah. I seem to remember that there was one with a Mon Cal and basically a knitted in a knitted sweater. But I could be completely off. But yeah.
Oh man.
And Hayabu, because I think that we haven't heard it from you at all. Like, wow. I just hope I haven't chased him off. That's why I say that.
Oh no.
Okay,
I will show you something just before I leave here. So I definitely wanted you to see what, because that was one of the days that Chuck Wendig talked about me to somebody else, but I couldn't see it, and a friend of mine got a snapshot.
Oh, what a
and
bitch!
Told me this is what he said, but he blocked me because I couldn't see it. So I got on Twitter, not on Twitter. I got on, and I said, you know what? I'm going to eviscerate this man right here. So I'm gonna give you a little treat. Give me 1 second.
Okay then.
Oh, this should be good.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, trying to figure out if I can get this onto my laptop. So I might just this is my phone screen right now without just actually. One sec. I'm gonna. And if you don't mind, I'm probably going to jump over to my laptop
Oh, sure, no problem.
because I want to see what he's actually.
All right, here we go. I am going to
Nah.
put this on here as a share screen.
Yeah.
Let's
Let me just-
let's see this.
Okay. This is an oldie but goodie. Okay. This is from June 8th, 2018. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know the Lord, don't know. No. Just start over from scratch. I don't know why it's so complicated for you to just press the reboot button, press the reset button, rip up the paper, and start anew. What is so hard about that? And then they float some rumor of some Carrie Hart, or whatever the case may be. And I think she's black. I don't know, you know. But no, I'm black. I'll tell you to your face, don't hire that shit. It's a diversity hire. No, you don't. Just get somebody that knows the Lord, that knows what they're doing, that knows Star Wars, and write the ship. You know, I wanted Dave Filoni to be in charge, but then a lot of people were saying, okay, well, you know, Filoni never really knows how to run a studio. And then more that I thought about it, and it was like, okay, all right, that's true. But we got to have him in some creative head to know how to shepherd the story.
That was before.
If the president ain't on it, be on some footing to be in control of, you know, of the creative process. Because there ain't nobody else that can do it like that. At least not to my knowledge.
At that time.
You know?
Yeah, he was good.
Go through
Filoni fell off, man.
But the chick got to get up out of there. And then you know who's next? Yeah, the man baby that's on Twitter right now spazzing out. Now he want to start blocking people. I saw the tweets. I was like, oh, damn, Ryan. Now all of a sudden you got loose lips. And now you want to sit up here and, you know, try to get on the fans and back to your dumb shit again. Back to your same shit. And I'm looking at these tweets and I'm laughing my ass off because I was so tempted that one of his little shills said, "That's right, Ryan. That's right. You tell him exactly what's on your mind. Oh my God, I can't wait for your trilogy to come out." I was so tempted to respond to that dumbass and say, you know that trilogy is not gonna happen, right?
Yeah,
you're living in a fantasy world right now.
Tell me your Snoke story.
Ryan and all the sweet nothings in his ear that he likes to hear, but that trilogy isn't happening. I can guarantee you that.
Thank God.
Because ain't nobody gonna pay no money to see it. Not after the shit he did with The Last Jedi. I mean, but now you spazzing out on Twitter, and then he's talking about, I may have to delete my Twitter, and it's nothing personal, and then just delete it, motherfucker. Just delete it. You through. You're done. Your career is fucked. Nobody in Hollywood will ever trust you with no property of theirs. You might as well do some bullshit indie movies. Looper 3, Brick 9. You know what I'm saying? You doing all of that. You know, go back to TV or something. It's a bullshit.
Well, this is a great rant.
Here. And then, you know, Pablo Hidalgo. Oh my God. You know what? That boy's on suicide watch at this point.
Don't get me going on Pablo.
Of the story group to the bottom of the barrel where he belongs. That bitch ass. Yeah. Nobody like your dumb ass, Pablo. You another beta male cuck. You know, you the dude that holds the camera while I'm banging your wife something fierce. You know, yo, Pablo, what up, man? Yo, give me some camera angles, baby. You know what I'm saying?
God.
And don't stare at my ass too much, all right? I'm trying to get busy. Oh, baby, shut up, girl. Get my face.
That's great.
Yeah, that's you. That's you, Pablo. You know what I'm saying? So get back to holding that camera where you belong. You talking about you an alpha male. You crying like a little bitch. You deleting your Twitter, reactivating your Twitter, clearing out the list, making a new list, deleting the Twitter again.
Pablo is just...
Make up your mind. Make up your mind. What you want to do?
Oh, the Star Wars theory shit. Like, my God.
On the
Little
crazy ass mountain man, Chuck Wendig. I'm blocking this bitch. I'm blocking that bitch.
I've got a clip of me talking about Pablo. Pablo fucking Hidalgo. No respect.
Chuck, I got
no respect for him.
Mom. She said she needs your help. Block that bitch too. Oh my God. I know Chuck went taking his kids to school. He's like, Daddy, would you shut the fuck up? Fuck, lock your ass too. You dumb motherfucker. Look, Chuck, calm down, man. Your blood pressure going up. Yo, I mean, the fans, we gotta say what we need to say. What the deal, Chuck? I mean, come on. You blocking people that's actually agreeing with you. You know what I'm saying? You keep tweeting this, retweeting that. It's like if nobody don't squeeze your little baby balls, and then you blocking people. My dude, you're gonna, by the time you done, you're gonna pretty much block yourself. You're gonna be your own worst enemy. You're gonna hate yourself. Come on.
He probably does.
Oh my God. And then on top of that, I'm looking at you as like, you know, people ain't gonna be reading your books now, right? After all the blocking that you did, after all the people you shitted on, any book that you come out, they'll probably just look at it, make a video, send it to really your email, and just be like this. This is your book, blocked. Fuck
I'm
you,
published.
Chucky.
Look at me. This is my book. Oh, you know well, that's actually
you're a type of dude that probably commits suicide. If this shit get too hot, you'll take that little axe and you'll try to chop your head with it. Come on, man. I mean, damn, Chuck, it's not that serious. I mean, come on. We can't have an opinion. We can't tell you that your writing sucks. Like a 2-year-old written it. That's why I tossed your book into the sea. That shit is still down in Davy Jones' locker. I had to do it, Chuck. I had to do it. You gave us characters that I was turning the pages. I was like, what the fuck is this? I wanted to see a little bit of Han, a little bit of Leia, a little bit of Luke. You won't even give me that. You give me Joe Blow going into the rebellion, and then they have him some. What the fuck is this? Get that shit out of here, please. God, no. Stop. You know? Then I picked up a by Jay Busceno. This is that Star Wars flavor I was looking for. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bad enough. And then Freddie Prinze Jr. You know, he's been real quiet.
Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. You know, fuck him.
I was hearing some little rumor that he was back on your bullshit again. But then again, you unemployed. And then with everything that they've been sending over to Disney about the shit that you've been doing, you can pretty much forget any other job that you may get with Lucasfilm. You might as well take the dumbass back to WWE. You know, where you was there before being a little program manager and getting your shit knocked around by Randy Orton. Yeah, you like that type of punishment. You a tough guy. You tough guy on Twitter, but in real life, you get your shit pushed in by bigger and badder men than you.
So true.
And which tells me a little bit of something about you, Freddie. I don't know. You may be a little kumsa, you know? Not that I'd mind. I mean, you know, that you ride like that, you ride like that. You're married to Sarah Michelle Gellar, but I wonder. I don't know about your home life, homie. If you spend more time talking shit on Twitter than you be with your family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, that was great. That was great.
Oh man, that was beautiful.
Just peak, awesome.
You see, this is a lesson to all you young YouTubers. You haven't really went to war until you went to war back in the old days.
Oh,
You're, how should we say, Lucasfilm employees, you know, sycophants and hang-arounds and even good old directors of the movies. You had to literally get in the mud, the dirt, just get your hands bloody with those people.
Yeah, well, I did have a brief interaction with the Lightyear director. At one point. You know, telling him how his movie sucked. He should have given us the cartoon instead.
Mm-hmm. Now see, now Dash, Netcat, You guys are the up and coming, YouTubers. You're gonna have 1,000,000,001 subs one of these days. But you
Oh,
have
that'd be
to
nice.
assert your dominance. You have to assert yourself to make certain that I know what this is supposed to be, and this is shit, and I am going to call it as it. And if you do not like it, please come and see me so I can give you this and I can give you that, and then tell you to sit your ass down and let me teach you where you need to go. And then the people will rejoice. They will say, Dash, thank you for giving me the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on how to be a man of action, a man of
Yes.
principle, or woman of principle, or anything else. That cat, the same thing. Hold your vision and your knowledge in high standards. Do not be afraid to ruffle feathers. It works
I
for
pissed
me.
off plenty of people.
Of course. Of course. That's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do. But you be polite when it's called for. But at the same
Hmm.
time, if they get out of line, if they get a little rambunctious, there we go. There
Yep.
we
Yeah.
go. Did you
Yep.
like that nipple sandwich? It hurts. Yeah, I know it hurts. That's called the truth, boy. It's called the truth. The truth hurts. Hurts. It
I don't
hurts
do it
like
often, but I've actually done that on Twitter. Went whacked to someone, and I watched his Twitter analytics. Suddenly, whoomp, went down because I just went no. Yeah,
You know how
you.
many times I got suspended on Twitter? You know how many times I got suspended on?
How
Big deal.
many?
I'm not bragging when I'm telling you I'm a legend. I'm a fucking legend.
No,
I
no,
got
no, I don't mind.
I
7
just got
exact
suspended though.
times. And each
But
time I came back, oh my
I-
God, oh, Nelson is back. I gotta report him.
oh,
Yeah.
oh
but
no,
don't do it.
no. I actually don't give a shit about being suspended on Twitter. What I'm talking about is that this guy that I'm talking about, he was talking about all Star Wars is a good Star Wars, and I was like,
Oh,
um,
those people.
yeah, those people, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's like
no,
saying all crack is good crack.
yeah, yes, and I compiled all of the things that he said and went. And I hadn't been saying much, but then he blocked me, and then I went
Of course he
this
blocked you.
and
Of course he blocked you.
oh, of course he did, but it took him a long time because I don't say a lot of these things to these people. So I just was collecting this stuff, and then
Right.
and he blocked me, and then I went, okay, now is the time, and I made this huge chain. This is before we could have with the new blue check thing being able to have a full on, and I just made a bang 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 going in. Hey, you think all Star Wars is a good Star Wars, right? Here's this, and I was putting up screenshots of everything he was saying, showing out all of his hypocrisy, just going bing, 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 all the way down.
Keep the
receipt. And I got for the next few days tons of people coming at me. But if you look at the analytics, looking at all the stuff, suddenly this guy. By the way, it's Trevor the Sith. I don't give a shit. It's Trevor the Sith. I'm pretty sure his ad isn't even applicable anymore. But suddenly, he was having this meteoric rise. Go brrr. Then I did this, and suddenly he started bleeding. And I'm like, yeah, this is what happens when someone calls out your hypocrisy. And that's what these people who say, hey, can't we love everything? Isn't everything great? No.
Not even.
It's not that we can't love everything. It's that the people who cry, "Can't we love everything?"
Right.
Those people are the people that have a problem. It's not a problem for someone to love everything. That's fine.
Mhm.
But the
Yeah.
people who yell to the world, "Why can't we just love everything?"
Because we can.
Those
Somebody has
people
to have
are
a
the problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you don't get quality. Like, that's the thing. I'm in this because, like, I want to be entertained, and so, like, I give my opinion. Like, there's people that have like given up on mainstream entertainment. I kind of haven't. I want things to get better. I know like things can get better, and so I'm going
Thank
to use my
you.
voice to achieve that.
I agree. Sorry, just I agree. Thank you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you guys are on the cusp of a new turning point in pop culture. See, when I was in the trenches, when my brothers of the Dark Council was in the trenches, we literally had an uphill fight. They was at the Disney, fake Lucasfilm. Everybody was at the top of the mountain. They couldn't do no wrong. They was doing wrong, but but in their hearts, in their minds, and with the media, everything was on their side.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Now the house of cards has fallen, and you guys are now the new generation that's going to usher our pop culture back to the way it needs to be. So I'm gonna love watching you guys, watching you guys build your channel, make good friends with good people that have like-minded individuals that y'all can bounce back and forth with each other. The camaraderie that we had back in those days was crazy. We was reckless, but it was beautiful because we knew what Star Wars was. We knew what Marvel was. We knew what all the other things was that was perfect, that didn't have no agendas, and it was just basic great entertainment. I smell a comeback coming. Unfortunately, I'm pretty much retired now, but I know I'll be popping back and forth every now and again to see how the new bloods is coming up and making their mark. Because quite frankly, y'all gonna be at that top echelon threshold. What are we 2023? By 2025, y'all guys are gonna be swimming with much content, and the subs comes in and they love your channel and like I said, you got to be a reporter, you got to be an entertainer, especially an entertainer. Got to entertain the people. You can't do live streams and bore people. That's a no. You got to actually be entertainers and make
You gotta actually talk.
Yeah.
This is some really great tips. Thank you so much.
You got to walk the walk. And like I said, if people know that you're real and you're genuine, they will hang out with you. And that's what you want. Because the more people hang out with you and have the like-minded things that we know is correct, sky's the limit for you guys.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Okay, I'm coming.
And thank you.
Yeah,
It's been really cool talking with you.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
It is an absolute pleasure to meet you guys. I'm just, like I said, I'm sorry that this is one of my very final live streams on somebody's channel, so this might be something of a how should we say, one of the favorites.
Well, I'm honored to host it. Thank you so much for departing your wisdom.
I'm grateful for you inviting me to your home and making new friends,
And I had no idea that this was this momentous for you. I was just like, Hey, I'd like to come on. So, and he told me that he was going to be talking to you this on December 1st. I was like, I'd love to come on at some point.
Yes.
So, but thank you
No,
Oh,
so
you're
much.
welcome.
I
it
didn't.
was my pleasure.
And the thank you is to both of you. I had no idea that this was such a momentous thing for you. So
Well,
thank
like I
you.
said, I've been here for damn near 6 years, but I've said everything I needed to say. I've done everything for this fandom, for Star Wars, for Marvel, and everything else. I basically bled for this fandom. I got suspended 7 times for this fandom.
Yeah.
I did everything that I could, but not unfortunately, but there are many other things in my preview and especially parenting. And I'm getting ready to, well, I'm not getting ready to, but I'm close to my retirement at my job, you know, and I got to
Mm-hmm.
start making preparations for that, you know.
Oh yeah.
30 years.
Take care of yourself, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely.
mean, I'm trying to live as much as I possibly can, but I do got things that I'm putting out that is my gift to the fandom. And I'm gonna speak more of it on the Dark Council, which will be in 2 weeks. And because that will probably be, yeah, that is gonna be my final um my final part of the show. But I have to, at the very least, say goodbye properly in January, which will be my 6th anniversary, and just let them know exactly what I'll be doing after I'm retired, and I can just tell it to you guys here. I'm currently writing a novel, high fantasy novel,
Oh, nice.
so I have to kind of put my energies towards that, and not to mention, to put out um, music that I have done for the fandom and for our Dark Council shows for many years. So now I want to give back, and let the people, have have the pleasure to listen to my music, at their heart's content on iTunes or Spotify or any of the, streaming services that you guys have, you know, and, support, whatever support that you give, I'm very grateful for. But at the same time, it is my love letter, or how should we say, my gift to the fandom that was so good to me for these past 6 years. So it's a pleasure, being in your company as well. And I'm happy that you guys, at the very least, enjoyed my company more or less, even though I was talking up a storm. But
Oh,
at the same time, it's a blessing to at the very least to speak and vibe on the things that we love.
Yeah, this is my
you're
11th
making eight and so I was saying, if you're making a high fantasy novel, I'm going to be very interested in looking into it because as
Okay.
I'm more of a reader than I am a watcher, which may have been able to guess with my EU fanboy comment I mentioned.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to be with you mentioning that I'm going to be looking into you saying that you're making a fantasy novel. That's something that I'm very interested in seeing.
Okay. I will definitely. Well, I'm keeping my channel up because I was getting ready to delete the channel, but my Dark Council brothers have convinced me to keep my channel
Oh,
up.
yeah, it's good for
At the
promotion, man.
Yeah, and just keep it there and just give updates. And I promise. Well, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but basically, I'm going to do everything in my power to give y'all, updates to where I'm at. And obviously, there's going to be a reunion for us on the Dark Council when we have our meet and greet in New York next year. And the one that we had the last it was pretty much 2 years ago. That was something special. You know, seeing people that supported you for years, and you meet them in person, and it's a it's a good feeling that never goes away. That you impacted somebody's lives in a very positive way, and I was just grateful and humbled, by that, and it just gave me even more even more purpose to do YouTube or to do the videos and the live streams and stuff like
You're
that.
really like the best part about this is interacting with so many like nice and good people.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the type of thing that's going to fuel you guys to keep doing it. And y'all just getting started, so I'm just going to be praying for your success in every way, shape, or form. Y'all guys got this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Let me get going. It's time for me to play dad.
All right. Thank you so much for coming onto the channel. I
No,
wish you
thank
the
you.
best in your retirement, and I'll see if I can try and catch your Dark Council stream.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'll be promoting it, so just take a look at my page and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be crazy because I know my brothers is gonna be clowning me and roasting me because yeah, this is my last appearance. So, but at the same time, it's all love because if people don't care about you, they wouldn't roast you at all. When you're being
And be a
roasted,
good dad.
that means you're a-okay. It's a weird concept though, but it's all good.
Yes, be a good dad. That's the important part here.
Yes, sir. All right, gentlemen. Have
Take
a
care.
wonderful evening.
And and thank you for letting me meet you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Have a good one, y'all.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to probably end the show now. I thank you
Definitely.
so much for Netcat for joining us. I really.
Thanks for letting me on. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
So yeah,
Anyways, thank you all for watching this stream with Ambunas and Netcat. Um, I will be going to see Rebel Moon in 14 days in New York City, and hopefully I'll be able to get a review out for it at some point, like quick, and I'll try and make it as good as possible without using any clips. All right, take care, everyone.